Well, here we go again. It's another game of OOTP 26 baseball on the channel, and it will be a continuation of my Phillies best 8 teams tournament, double elimination tournament. Those teams are from 1970 to 2024, ranked by winning percentage, and I included a World Series champion, substituted one of the teams at the number 8 seed. I'll explain that a little bit here. But we're well underway. Game 6 of this tournament. Approximately 14 games will complete the tournament, and we need a 15th game should at the end when we determine the champion. But we haven't gotten that far. This is the second game of the losers bracket, and it will pit the 2011 number 1 seed in this tournament, Philadelphia Phillies, a record of 102-60. They were the National League champions that year, and they lost in the NLDS to the St. Louis Cardinals. And they will face the 2010 Philadelphia Phillies, 97-65 in 2010. They were also the National League champions, and they lost in the championship series to the San Francisco Giants. It will be a pretty much mirror image of teams here, as back-to-back years had basically the same players with a few or very few minor adjustments to the players, but overall it'll be a similar lineup and players for both teams. So let's go to the tournament bracket for this tournament. We are in the losers bracket, second game. First game has already taken place. We've eliminated one team, and that team was the 2024 team and the number 6 seed in this tournament, and they lost to the 2008 team 15-5. And this game, like I said, it will feature 2011 versus 2010. I guess it was based on a hypothetical or imaginary coin toss as to which team ended up being the home team in this game. That will be played at Citizens Bank Park, but the 2010 team will be the home team, even though they are the lower seed. And the winners bracket games will follow. The 1976 will face 1977, and the World Series champion 1980 team will face the 1993 team, which was also in the World Series also, but they lost their World Series. The two 70s teams did not make the World Series those years, even though they had won 100 plus games. So we go to this game for this time, and we can see the lineups on the screen. This is a night game, and it's game 2 of the game day. 2011 will be the road team, and I will be, as usual, doing the defensive and regular substitutions, batting, and the computer will control the rest in one pitch mode using OOTP 26, like I said before. As you see on the screen, it's a mirror image almost of the lineups, and we'll see how this fares. So starting off for the 2011 Philadelphia Phillies, the number 1 seed in this tournament, having won 102 games in 2011, will be Jimmy Rollins at shortstop. Batting second, Hunter Pence will play right field. Chase Utley, the second baseman, bats third. Ryan Howard bats fourth and plays first base. Shane Victorino, the center fielder, bats fifth. Raul Ibanez plays left field and bats sixth. Placido Polanco, the third baseman, bats seventh. John Mayberry bats eighth and will be the DH. And Carlos Ruiz, the catcher, will bat ninth. And on the mound for the 2011 version of the Philadelphia Phillies is Cliff Lee. He was 17-8 with a 2.40 ERA, and he pitched in 32 games, struck out 238 batters while only walking 42. I want to mention that I use the DH for this tournament and most tournaments that I would run. That simplifies things over the eras of the time frame of these teams. So for the 2010 Philadelphia Phillies batting order, playing as the home team, Jimmy Rollins leads off, plays shortstop. Jason Worth plays right field and bats second. Batting third, Chase Utley, the second baseman. Ryan Howard bats fourth and plays first base. Shane Victorino, the center fielder, bats fifth. Raul Ibanez is the DH and bats sixth. Placido Polanco, third baseman, bats seventh. Ben Francisco plays left field and bats eighth. The catcher, Carlos Ruiz, bats ninth. Starting pitcher for the 2010 Philadelphia Phillies is Cole Hamels, 12-11 during the season, 3.06 ERA. Pitched in 33 games, struck out 211 while walking 61. It's a night game, as I said. It's cloudy, 56 degrees, and the wind blowing out to left field here in Citizens Bank Park. So let's move to the field. Hopefully it will be better than the first game of the losers bracket. And pretty decent pitching performances expected here with these top class pitchers and left-handers on the mound. So Cole Hamels will take the mound to start this game. And he will have a defense behind him of Ben Francisco in left, Shane Victorino in center, Jason Worth in right field. From left to right in the infield, Placido Polanco, Rollins, Utley, and Howard playing first base. The catcher, Carlos Ruiz, and the starting pitcher, Cole Hamels, on the mound. The first batter will be Jimmy Rollins to lead off, switch-hitting shortstop. He batted .243 during the season in 88 games. So we get things started here with Cole Hamels. We will have a fly-in. The road team, 2011, will wear the gray uniforms, and the home team, 2010, will wear their home white. So we'll see how this goes, given the number of the similarities of players, and hopefully I won't get too confused here. But here we go. We will have a fly-in, like I said, and then we will have the first action of the game. So it will be the first pitch of the game to Jimmy Rollins from Cole Hamels. And that's grounded sharply to short. And Rollins will throw out Rollins, and that will be the first out. Hunter Pence, the right fielder, bats second here with one out in the top of the first. Just getting started here in this elimination game. One of these teams will be done for the tournament. One strike pitch to Hunter Pence. That's grounded to Rollins. He will glove it and throw it to first, and that will be the second out. So Jimmy Rollins has been busy here in the top of the first, and Chase Utley will bat, the left-handed batting second baseman. And a 1-1 pitch. And that's weakly ground to first, and Howard will take it unassisted to first base, and that will be a 1-2-3, top of the first for Cole Hamels. And we head to the bottom of the first with the 2010 Phillies coming to bat. Cliff Lee, left-hander on the mound. Very good season in 2011 with that 2.40 ERA and on quite a few strikeouts, 238 to be exact. And Jimmy Rollins will lead off. One strike pitch. He will ground the ball through the right side of the infield between Utley and Howard, and that will be the first hit of the game. So Rollins, a base stealer, is on first, and Cliff Lee will have to keep an eye on him. Ryan Howard will hold him. 2-2 pitch, and that's popped in the infield around the pitcher's mound, and Ruiz will go out and grab it, and that'll be the first out. So Chase Utley will bat. Rollins still at first with one out. 1-2 pitch, Rollins holds, and that's strike three on a sinker, and that's two outs. Ryan Howard will bat. In 2010, Howard hit 31 home runs and drove in 108. Rollins at first. 1-2 pitch, he holds. Strike three, and Cliff Lee gets out of it, striking out the last two batters. So the leadoff hit does no damage. One hit, nobody left, or one left, and we go to the second inning with no score. Cole Hamels facing the 2011 version of Ryan Howard, and then Victorino and Ibanez. 3-1 pitch from Cole Hamels. Grounded sharply to first, and that will get through as Ryan Howard will not be able to make the play, and he will end up on first. Shane Victorino, they will not hold Ryan Howard at first. The center fielder, switch hitter. Full count, and that's lined down the right field line, and that will drop. Over to get it is Worth, and he will make the play. And hold Howard at second. So, first and second, nobody out, and here's Raul Ibanez to face Hamels. So, a predicament here early in this game. First pitch to Ibanez. Grounded to first. Howard will pick it up, throw to Rollins. Rollins drops the ball at short. And that will be a fielding error on Rollins at short, and that will lead to the bases being loaded here with nobody out. So the error could prove costly here in the top of the second. A fairly routine play. I know Victorino's a fast runner, but plenty of time for Rollins to catch that ball. The throw was a little high. Did they give the error to Howard or Rollins? I'm assuming they gave it to Rollins. Oh, they gave it to Howard on the throw. Okay. My mistake. So it was the bad throw that caused the error. So nobody out. They will play the infield back here early in the game, and Polanco will bat. Right-handed batting third baseman. Full count. Ground ball to short. There's Rollins over to Utley and over to first, and they will get the double play. They will get the double play. No RBI, and a run scores as Howard scores, and it's 1-0. 2011 Phillies lead. So they do manage to get 2 outs for the run, and Mayberry will bat. Hopefully for Hamels, he doesn't give up anything more. So here we go. 2-2 pitch, and he struck him out. So bases loaded, no out situation. He does give up a run, but he strikes out Mayberry after the double play, wipes out 2 runners. And a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the second for the 2011 Phillies. Cliff Lee will face Victorino, Ibanez, and Polanco here in the bottom of the second. The error did not help Hamels. And here's the first pitch. That's lined to left, and that will be a base hit. So Victorino will be on first with nobody out, and he's a speedster. So he's a threat to steal. Howard will hold him at first, and Ibanez will bat. 2-0 pitch, he holds at first, and a pop out into shallow center field. Rollins goes out and grabs it, and that's the first out. Polanco to step in. Right-handed batting third baseman. We're still early. Only in the bottom of the second here at Citizens Bank Park. 1 ball, no strikes. Victorino runs. Ruiz makes the throw, and he throws him out at second. And a caught stealing as Ruiz throws to Utley and takes care of Victorino, and that's 2 outs now. So they did try to steal a base there, and Ruiz comes up with a good throw and gets the out. So Polanco now with nobody on base and a 1-1 pitch. Grounded to third. It's weakly hit. Third baseman makes the play. Polanco is a low throw and not handled by Howard at first. And there's an error. I would assume it's an E5. So an error apiece for both teams. And it is on Polanco. So that Polanco threw an error with Polanco up to bat. Okay, so Polanco's at first, held by Howard with 2 outs, and here's Francisco. 1-2 pitch. Grounded to second. There's Utley. And he will make the throw to Howard at first. And that's the third out. So no runs, a hit, and one left. Completed 2, 1-0, 2011 Phillies lead. Carlos Ruiz will lead off, followed by Rollins and Pence at the top of the order. Here in the top of the third against Cole Hamels, trailing 1-0. A 1-1 pitch. And that's weakly hit to the mound. Hamels takes his time and throws out Ruiz at first for the first out. Here's Jimmy Rollins. He grounded out his first time. And an 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on a curveball. And that will be the second strikeout for Cliff Lee, with Hunter Pence coming to bat here in the top of the third. Here's the first pitch. Popped high in the infield on the right side, and Howard will settle into it and make the catch. So a 1-2-3 third inning for Cole Hamels. Still 1-0, 2011 Phillies lead. So we go to Cliff Lee facing Ruiz, Rollins, and Worth here in the bottom of the third. Trailing 1-0, 2010 Phillies. And here's the first pitch to Ruiz. And that's a ground ball to Utley, fairly routine, and that will be the first out. 1 out. And Jimmy Rollins to bat. He grounded out, he singled his first time, looking at the wrong scorecard with 2 of them on here. So 1 out. Rollins is 1 for 1. And a full count. And he struck him out on a fastball in the outside corner. That will be the third strikeout for Cliff Lee, with 2 outs and Jason Worth to bat. Popped out to the catcher his first time. 3 balls, no strikes. And that's low, and that's ball 4. The cutter missed. And 4 pitches puts Worth on first. So he's a stolen base threat. At first, Howard will hold him. Chase Utley to bat. He struck out his first time. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out a second time with a cutter. And that's it. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. 3 in the book here at Citizens Bank Park. 2011 Phillies lead at 1-0. Cole Hamels to bat. Cole Hamels on the mound. Sorry about that. Utley, Howard, and Victorino to bat. Utley grounded out to first his first time. 1-2 pitch. And that's line to center, and that's well hit. That will hit the fence and bounce to Victorino. And there goes Utley to third, and he will make it on a triple. So Utley leads off the top of the third inning, or top of the fourth inning, excuse me, with a stand-up or a triple. I don't know if he was standing up, but it's a triple regardless. And it will bring up Ryan Howard against Hamels, and that will bring the infield in, trailing 1-0. Howard did single, and he scored the only run of the game back in the second inning. Nobody out against Hamels with Utley at third. Full count to Howard. And he struck him out looking. Good pitch, third strikeout, fastball in the inside corner. So 1 out, and that brings up Victorino, trying to hold Utley at first. Infield plays in. He singled his first time. 2-2 pitch. Oh, he hit him. I don't know if that was intended, but plunked him with a curveball, so really not that fast of a pitch, 67 miles an hour. So hit by pitch. Puts runners at first and third now, and Ibanez sets up the double play. does set up the double play. Victorino is a fast runner at first. Will they take advantage of that and send him? Ibanez is up. He reached on an error his first time. 2-1 pitch. Victorino holds. Ground ball to Rollins at short. Over to first, and that's a double play. A 6-4-3 double play. Ends the inning, and the threat is over. So no runs. One hit, the triple, and stranded at third. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning with the score. 2011 Phillies 1, 2010 Phillies nothing. So Cliff Lee could have had a 2-0 lead, but the double play ended that inning and helped Hamels out. And it will be Howard, Victorino, and Ibanez here in the bottom of the fourth to face Lee. Struck out Howard the first time, and here's the first pitch. And rain is beginning to fall. One ball pitch. And that's lined out to left center field, and over to his right is Victorino. He'll grab it for the first out. Get my lefts and right all mixed up. Victorino singled, but was caught stealing his first time. And here's a full count pitch from Lee. Struck him out on a sinker, and that's strikeout number 4 for Cliff Lee. Raul Ibanez popped out to the shortstop his first time. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball to second. There's Utley. He will make the routine play to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the 2010 Phillies, and after 4, they trail 1-0. So here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Cole Hamels facing Polanco, Francisco, and Ruiz. Got a little frog in my throat there, it seems. A little drink of water, and here we go. Polanco reached on an error his first time. And here's the first pitch. That is flied out to left. In on it is Ibanez. Well, wait a minute. That was Francisco. I was right the first time. Oh, we're in the top of the fifth. Okay. Got my teams confused. So 1 out. So it was Francisco that made the play. 1 out. Cole Hamels on the mound, and Mayberry steps in. He struck out his first time. I knew I'd get that confused. 1 strike. Pitch. Ground ball to short. There's Rollins, dives, makes the play, and it's a bad throw. And the throw is a bad throw, and that will be an error on Rollins at short, as Mayberry will reach first base here in the top of the fifth. Make sure that is correct. It is. Error on the shortstop. Second error for the 2010 Phillies. And here's Ruiz. He grounded out pitcher to first his first time. So Mayberry at first, being held by Howard. And here's the pitch. He bunts it down the third base line. Polanco grabs it, throws it to first. And Ruiz, a sacrifice bunt, puts Mayberry at second base. With 2 outs, and here's Rollins. He has struck out and grounded out in his 2 trips. So 2 outs, top of the fifth, as Hamels tries to keep the score 1-0. 1 ball pitch. That is a fly ball Pretty well hit to center field, but drifting back is Victorino, and he will make the catch. So the error did not hurt Hamels that time. And we go to the bottom of the fifth with the same score, 1-0 2011 Phillies lead. Here's Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee to bat, or Cliff Lee to pitch. Polanco, Francisco, and Ruiz. Polanco reached on an error his first time. 2-ball pitch. And that's lined to center, but in quickly is Victorino, and that's the first out. Francisco to bat. He grounded out to second his first time. Bottom of the fifth here, Citizens Bank Park. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's lined to left. And grabbing it will be Ibanez. And that's the second out. Carlos Ruiz grounded out to second his first time. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And a full count. Struck him out on the outside corner with a fastball. And that is the 6th strikeout for Cliff Lee. And we've completed 5, and the score remains 1-0, and the 2011 Phillies lead. Cole Hamels enters his 6th inning of work, trailing 1-0. And he'll face Pence, Utley, and Howard. Pence is 0 for 2. Popped out and grounded out. 1 strike pitch. And that's flied out to center. Coming in on it is Victorino. He'll grab it, and that's the first out. Moving along pretty quickly here in this game, an elimination game. Here in the loser's bracket, Chase Utley has tripled and grounded to first. He is 1 for 2. 3 balls, no strikes. And he held it. Held the swing, and that's ball 4. The fastball missed. So Utley is on base for the second time. And here's Ryan Howard. Oh, he is 1 for 2. He has scored the only run of the game. He was driven in back in the second inning. And he struck out. So Howard at first, Utley at first, being held by Howard, and they will hold him at first. Here's the first pitch. There goes Utley. Ruiz up, and he will not make the throw. Ruiz didn't get a hold of the pitch, trying to throw, and Utley steals second. So in scoring position now, with 1 out, Ryan Howard looks to knock him in. 1-1 pitch. That's grounded to short. Over to his left is Rollins. Makes a high throw, but in time. So the second out of the inning. And here is Shane Victorino. He is 1 for 1. He has been hit by a pitch. And he has singled. So a chance to get out of this inning without any further damage in this game. Cole Hamels, 2 outs. And Utley now at third. 1-2 pitch. And that's lined out to center. And Victorino will make the catch. So, no runs, no hits, 1 left at third. 5.5 complete. And it's still 1-0, the 2011 Phillies lead. So it's basically living up to its billing with 2 excellent pitchers. And only 1 run has scored. And that error hurt that back in the second inning for that run. So the top of the order, Rollins, Worth, and Utley to bat. Rollins is 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That is flied out to left. In on it is Ibanez, and that will be the first out. Jason Worth will bat. He walked and popped out to the catcher. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the 2011 Phillies. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors for the 2010 Phillies here in the bottom of the 6th. Two-strike pitch, and he struck him out. Cutter got him, and that's the 7th strikeout for Cliff Lee. And Chase Utley 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. 1-2 pitch. And that's lined out to center field, but Shane Victorino is in to grab it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Lee. Heading to the 7th. And the 2010 Phillies trail 1-0. Cole Hamels entering his 7th inning at 78 pitches. He will face Ibanez, Polanco, and Mayberry, trailing 1-0. Here is the first pitch to Ibanez. Grounded up the middle. Oh, a diving play by Rollins prevents it from going to the outfield, but it is a base hit. So Ibanez will be at first with Polanco to bat. 0 for 2, flied out and grounded out. Ibanez at first. Not much of a threat to steal. They'll hold him just in case. And here's the first pitch. Grounded to short, there's Rollins. Over to Utley and then Howard. And a pitcher's best friend, double play, 6-4-3. Gives them 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. So Hamels helped out again by a double play. And John Mayberry, he reached on an error and he has struck out. So 2 outs now. 1-1 pitch. That is well hit to right field. Mayberry got a hold of that one and plants it in the right field seats. And makes the lead 2-0. So John Mayberry hits an opposite field home run, 376 feet. And he has homered twice in this tournament. So 2-0 now with Hamels facing Ruiz. 2-2 pitch. And a strikeout. So Hamels ends the inning with a strikeout. But he gives up the home run here in the top of the 7th. And it's 2-0 2011 team. And we have reached the 7th inning stretch. So we'll take a break for a minute or two and gather ourselves for the conclusion of this game. So the workhorse, Cliff Lee, goes back on the mound, now up 2-0, and he will face Ryan Howard, Shane Victorino, and Ibanez. Howard is 0 for 2. He has struck out once and flied out. 81 pitches for Lee. Full count. Ground ball to first. Round and Howard picks it up and takes it to first. So he gets out his counterpart, Ryan Howard, and that's the first out. 2 hits given up by Lee so far. He has 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. Victorino singled and struck out in his 2 trips. 1 strike pitch. Ground ball to third. There's Polanco to his left. Makes the long throw. It's a little high, but Howard gets it, and that's the second out. Ibanez is 0 for 2. He has popped out and grounded out. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And a 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. There's Rollins. Takes his time, makes the throw, and that's the third out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Lee again. 7 innings are complete, and the lead is 2-0 for the 2011 Phillies. Cole Hamels at 89 pitches will face the top of the order, Rollins, Pence, and Utley. Pitched 7 innings so far, 4 strikeouts, a walk, given up 2 runs, but only one of them was earned, and that was the home run by Mayberry last inning. So here's Rollins, 0 for 3. And here's the first pitch. Grounded sharply. Oh, Howard makes an excellent diving play, and he's late to get the ball to Howard, or to Hamels covering, and it will be an infield single, but an excellent play by Howard. And that puts Rollins at first for Pence. Howard will hold Rollins at first, see if he's moving. 1-2 pitch, he holds. And Worth strikes out. So Hamels comes back with a strikeout, his 5th of the game. 1 out, Rollins on first, and here's Utley. He has walked, tripled, and grounded to first. He has also stolen a base in this game. So will they make a play here and move Rollins? We'll see. Full count, he is holding, and the pitch is inside for ball 4. And that puts runners at first and second for Ryan Howard. So who's in the bullpen here for the 2010 Phillies? A left-hander. We have Romero and Bastardo. And they're going to leave Hamels in the game. They're going to leave Hamels in at 100 pitches to face Howard. 2-0 is the score as he trails. 2 on and 1 out. 2-strike pitch to Hamels, or to Howard, and he struck him out on a fastball. So he caught him looking, and that's the 2nd out. Hamels gutting it out here in the 8th inning. And 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch is Victorino. 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. They could go to the bullpen, but they're not going to. With Hamels on the mound. 103 pitches. Trying to get out of this 8th. Here with a full count. And that's outside ball 4. And that will be the end for Hamels. As he walks the batter and loads the bases. So Hamels will be done after 32 batters, 7 2/3 innings. He is responsible for all 3 of the runners on base. And coming up to bat is Ibanez. So the bullpen will come in, and they will go with J.C. Romero. They're going to come in with J.C. Romero to try to hold this game. He's a left-hander. 2010. He was in 60 games, 171. So he's a short-term reliever. Stamina's 3 batters. For the left-hander, trying to hold this score at 2-0. Pitched 60 games, 1-0 records, 3 saves, 3.68 ERA. So the bases are loaded here with 2 outs and Ibanez to bat, trying to open up the lead here even more. And here's the first pitch from Romero. And he hit him, and that draws a run in. Not a good time for that. So Rollins will score, and it's 3-0. So they gave away a run there with the hit batsman. So Polanco comes up 0 for 3. Bases are loaded. 1 run is in. Trying to get out of this without any further damage here. Try to keep this in at least striking distance for them. 2-strike pitch to Polanco from J.C. Romero. Ground ball to third, and the play will be made to second by Polanco, and that will be the third out. But 1 run here in the top of the 8th on 1 hit, and the bases were left loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2011 Phillies now lead it 3-0. And here's Cliff Lee at 92 pitches here in the bottom of the 8th inning, facing Polanco, Francisco, and Ruiz. Very good performance so far for Lee. Given up 2 hits so far, 7 strikeouts in 7 innings. 0 for 2 is Polanco. He did reach on an error, though. And here's a full count from Lee. And that's popped behind home plate, and Ruiz will catch it, and that's the first out. 14 in a row now for Lee. Hasn't given up a base hit since the leadoff batter in the 2nd inning. And only 2 base runners in that whole stretch since then. One was a walk and one was reached on an error. So Ben Francisco, Lee has been in charge of this game since the beginning. 0 for 2. And here's a 2 pitch. Ground ball to Utley, goes to his right and makes the play. 15 in a row for Lee. 2 outs. And here's Carlos Ruiz, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. And the first pitch. Still raining. And it's still raining. It has stopped. The delay lasted 48 minutes, of course. Do we want to take Lee out after that rain out? And I think we will. So a 48-minute delay will cost Lee from completing this game. So Lee will go out at 104 pitches and a 48-minute rain delay. And Ruiz will bat. So Lee will go out, and they will go to the bullpen to finish this inning off. And they will go with Stutz. Michael Stutz. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Right-hander. 7 2/3 for Lee. No base runners on base. And we'll see how Stutz did during the season. Okay, he has a stamina of 5 batters. So Stutz, a right-hander, pitched in 57 games, 6-2 record, 3.63 ERA. So he will try to finish this inning off after the rain delay with Ruiz at bat, 0 for 2. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. And that will end the inning on a fastball as a swing and a miss. And we've completed 8 here at Citizens Bank Park. The 2011 Phillies lead it 3-0. Romero will be replaced, having pitched to 2 batters here in the top of the 9th for the Phillies. And they will face Mayberry, Ruiz, and Rollins. They will go to the bullpen. And they will bring in Ryan Madsen. We'll bring in Ryan Madsen. Trying to keep this game at 3-0. So Madsen will come in, the right-hander, for the 2010 Phillies. Let's see. what he is. Okay. 17 divided by 55. All right, he's a 4 stamina. So Ryan Madson going to the mound here in the top of the ninth. And the 2010 Phillies trail 3-0. 55 games, 6-2 record, 5 saves, 2.55 ERA in 2010. So Mayberry to lead off, and they will go to a pinch hitter. 2011, and they will bring in Dominic Brown to pinch hit for Mayberry. So Brown will come in to pinch hit. Mayberry was 1 for 3 and had a home run. So here's Dominic Brown up to bat, the left-handed batter. Batted .245 during the season, 5 home runs, 19 RBI. So Madson with a 1-2 pitch to start things off here in the top of the ninth inning, and he struck him out on a changeup. 1 out, and here's Ruiz. 1 out. Carlos Ruiz is 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice bunt. And 2 strikes. And that's popped in the infield on the left side, and here comes Rollins in, and he will make the catch. 2 outs, and we hit to Rollins at the top of the order. He has singled and scored in his 4 trips. He has also... No, he didn't... Okay. So Rollins now goes to the left-handed side as the switch hitter. Madson with a 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out on a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Curveball got him, and that will be the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3, top of the ninth. One last chance for the 2010 Phillies as they trail it 3-0. So Stutz gave up, or just faced 1 batter. And 2011, let's go to their pitching staff. They will bring in, they're up 3-0. They will bring in Brad Lidge to pitch. So Lidge will pitch here in the top, or the bottom of the ninth inning, the right-hander. Was the closer. They'll hold Madson as the closer, still in the bullpen, in case they need him. And Lidge, 25 games, 86, so 4. So he has a 4 stamina. Top of the order for Brad Lidge. Brad Lidge, in 2011, 25 games, 0-2 record, 1 save, 1.40 ERA. Probably was hurt that year, maybe, because he had 50 games and 67 games the 2 years before that, with 58 saves total. So Madson must have taken over, and Lidge was hurt that season at some point. Okay, Rollins switches to the left side. Their last chance to stick around this tournament. They trail 3-0 to the 2010 Phillies. Lidge will face Rollins, Worth, and Utley. A full count to start things off here in the bottom of the ninth. Grounded or lined into the middle, and that is Utley to catch it, and that's 1 out. And here's Worth, 0 for 2 with a walk. Not much out there for the Phillies 2010. They have been retired 17 in a row have the 2011 pitchers Lee, Stutz, and Lidge taken down. The last base runner was Worth back in the 3rd inning. So a complete dominant performance here. 2-2 pitch. It's lined out to third, and there's Polanco, and that's 2 outs. So 2 line outs here, down to potentially their last batter of this tournament, or this game and this tournament. The loser will go home. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts for Utley, as Lidge looks to close the door here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's line to left, and that will be a base hit. So, a base hit puts Utley at first. Let's see. So 2 outs, and Howard cannot win this game or tie this game. So Lidge will try to get this out here. So home run will not finish or tie this game or win it. Here is the first pitch. 0 for 3 is Howard. Utley at first. And that is popped out to left field, and that will be grabbed. And Ibanez will take it. And the 2011 number 1 seed in this tournament does manage to win and move on here in the loser's bracket. They celebrate in front of the home plate. And a dominant pitching performance by the 2011 pitching staff with Lee, Stutz, and Lidge doing the pitching. So 3-0 is the final here at Citizens Bank Park. The 2010 Phillies will be out of the tournament. So, an excellent pitching performance by Cliff Lee led the way. The rain delay took him out of the game, or he probably would have gone and finished at least the 8th inning. But it doesn't matter. They had enough lead, and the pitching staff held up. So that will conclude this game. Let's go to the recap. And I'm suspecting Cliff Lee will be the MVP, which he is. Cliff Lee will be the MVP of this game. About 4-hour time frame. We had a 48-minute rain delay in the 8th inning. And here at Citizens Bank Park. So let's summarize the pitching here. Cliff Lee will get the win after 7 2/3 innings, 104 pitches, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, no runs given up. Stutz came in, got 1 batter. And then Lidge finished it off in the 9th inning by getting the last 3 outs. Cole Hamels takes the loss. Pitched 7 2/3 innings, 109 pitches, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Romero and Madsen finished it off for the 2010 Phillies. So that will conclude this. Not much else. There were some errors in this game. 2 by the 2010 team and 1 by the 2011 team. The 1 error did hurt the 2010 team back in the 2nd inning. So, let's see. For the batting, let's start with 2011, a single or a hit for Rollins, and Utley and Howard and Victorino. Ibanez drove in a run. Mayberry homered in this game, hit a solo home run. And that was back in the what inning was that? The 8th inning? So they had not a lot of hits, only 6. 2010 team pretty much silenced for most of the game. A hit for Rollins. He did have a single. And Utley and Victorino. So 3 singles for the 2010 team and no runs. They struck out 8 times. So not a lot of hitting that went on in this game for either team, but just enough for the 2011 team to move on, and an excellent pitching performance by Cliff Lee, which followed a disastrous, or not a very good performance by Holiday in the first game. So the final totals here for the 2011 Phillies that win this game: 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. For the losing 2010 Phillies, no runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. The winning pitcher, Cliff Lee. The losing pitcher is Cole Hamels. The save will go to Lidge. Brad Lidge will save the game. So that will conclude this game, and we will finish off this losers bracket round 2. And 2 teams are now moving on. Achievement, a shared shutout. Okay. So we had earlier game 15-5. 2008 moved on, and now the 2011 team will move on, and they are the number 1 seed in this tournament. So let's save it. We are done with today. So finish today in this tournament. And we move on to the winners bracket for the next 2 games, and that will feature a very, very tough matchup here. I am really looking forward to this game. I remember these teams from my childhood. 1976 and 1977 both finished with the same record, and both did not make it to the World Series, disappointingly. They won over 100 games. This should be a very good game. We have Jim Lonborg for 1976 and Larry Christensen most likely for 1977. I'm expecting that to be a very good game, and I said it before, I think one of those 2 teams is going to win this tournament. The second game will be a night game, and it will be the 1980 Phillies against the 1993 team, and that should be a decent game too. A World Series champion team. Looks like the starting pitcher is Dick Ruthven, and Curt Schilling pitches for the 1993 team. So some very good matchups here in the winners bracket. The loser will not go home. They will just go to the losers bracket. So I'm really, really looking forward to those games coming up. So that will finish that part of it. Let's go to our chart here, and we will put the 2011 team on in the winners bracket after the shutout win against the 2010 team. All right, let's move this over, move this up in font, and put an X here. Let's put an X by the 2010 Phillies. So we've lost 2 teams in the tournament so far. We will not, in the next 2 games, lose teams. And so the 4th seed and the 6th seed are now out of the tournament. And like I said, that next game, 77 and 76 teams, that's I am really excited. 101 wins and 61 losses for both teams. So we still have the 3 very good teams left in this tournament. 2011 hangs on after their disappointing loss in the first game, but they have the tougher road to go at the moment to continue in this tournament. So that will be it for this game. Like I said, we'll get to the winners bracket here with the next broadcast. So all that and a very good pitching performance. Not disappointed by that one. Had a tougher time with the first game when it was a 15-5 game. It was a competitive game for a while, but then it just blew open in the 5th inning and it was over as the 2008 team just went off and scored 8 runs. So we'll see what goes on in the next broadcast, and really looking forward to that. So everybody have a good time, a good day, have a safe going into the weekend, and I will talk to you next time.